Hey folks, Dr. Mike here for Renaissance Periodization, and today's quick tip is that sleep is almost never overrated for your fitness journey. Let's talk about how and why. Here's the thing. Of all of the drugs you could take for muscle building, in some certain contexts, and there's much more intellectual ways to explain what I'm going to say, is sleep is the best drug, so to speak. Now, in reality is if you sleep close to the right amount, every other muscle building drug is way more powerful. An hour of extra sleep beyond what you need offers you nothing and actually has downsides. An hour of extra sleep that brings you from sleeping 2 hours less than you need to 1 less than you need is unreal powerful and comparable to tons of anabolic drugs. If you're trying to sleep 4 hours a night and you need 8, adding in another 4 hours roughly every night is the equivalent or more than taking essentially the kitchen sink of drugs. Sleep is that important. It is critical. It is foundational. Why? Couple things. First, much of your growth in muscle actually happens while you sleep. You guys remember that movie from the 90s, While You Were Sleeping? That motherfucker must have got jacked up. That's what I got out of the movie. I think there was love involved. Number 2, why do you gain a lot of muscle when you sleep? One of the reasons is that growth hormone pulses the most when you are sleeping. There is a reason that little kids physically double in size over the years, grow myocytes and all that crazy kind of shit, transform. You guys you've been around little kids before? My parole officer says I shouldn't be doing that. But if you've ever been around little kids, they sleep like 12 hours out of every 24. Holy shit. And they just keep growing and growing and growing. They're growth hormone producing and consuming machines. And if you want to be a little bit more like that and get a few more gains, try to treat your sleep as seriously as possible. If you don't treat your sleep very seriously, because you're like, fuck it, I don't need extra, I'll just sleep 6 hours. I know it's not enough, but I have caffeine. Here's what you're buying yourself. A high probability of increases in body fat, a high probability of reduced muscle growth or even muscle loss in some conditions, and absolutely you can expect reduced gains in strength from any strength training that you're doing. This is all confirmed by experimental research. Fuck, man. I don't have to sell this much more, do I? I mean, Jesus Christ, get your sleep. Getting enough sleep is a big deal. For most people, making sure that they're sleeping enough requires 7 to 9, but more like 8 to 9 hours per night. That's that little extra on their little cherry on top. Very few people adults need more than 9 hours of sleep. And if you're like, yeah, I sleep 10 hours, like, all right, fucking lazy pothead motherfucker. Or genetically, you just need more sleep. But honestly, the way you can tell if you're getting enough sleep is like this. If regularly during much of the week, you get like sleepy tired in the middle of the day or whatever, or many times during the day, and as soon as you hit your head on the pillow, you just fall asleep. And when you wake up, you're like, oh, shit, my alarm. I could definitely use more sleep. You need more sleep. If you feel like you get enough sleep, like right now, I feel like I get enough sleep. I don't ever get really tired during the middle of the day. At night, I when I lay down to go to sleep, it takes me a minute or two, probably sometimes longer to fall asleep. And then I sleep for 8 or 9 hours and wake up super refreshed and ready to go. Unless I'm taking high dose growth hormone in the middle of the night. And then I wake up not super refreshed at all, and I still want to sleep, but I have to wake up and do duties. Damn farm's a fucking pain in the ass. In any case, don't fall for the I'll sleep when I'm dead, bro, bullshit. I know this isn't a bullshit video, but that's some old bullshit. People who say I'll sleep when I'm dead don't understand the next link in that causal inference chain is, well, okay, but you're going to be dead a lot sooner if you don't get a lot of sleep. And while you're alive, you're not going to be jacked and lean. So what the fuck is the point of being alive? Hello? Getting jacked and lean is everything, right? In any case, if you want max gains, treating lots of good sleep after a large meal with a ton of slow digesting protein, of course, 1 to 2 hours before bed. Treat that shit as seriously as you do your training and your nutrition, because no joke, it can make a fucking big difference. And if you're already putting in tons of time into the gym and tons of time into meal prep and all that stuff, the least you can do is the easiest thing you can do, which is just go the fuck to sleep. And if that is the minimum necessary to super boost your gains, these are literally the easiest gains you'll ever make in your life. I often stalk people and walk into their bedrooms at night. And when I look over them, people think it's a sexual thing. I'm going to murder them and like try on their faces a mask. Nonsense. I just want to watch people when they're at their most anabolic. And that's what I'm telling the jury trial I have coming up. See you potentially never. Peace.